What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help anyone who survived. More than words can express. A death. 300 years? Make up for something like that.
Misty? You don't. You can't. Past. I don't think anyone can. Ago, or just yesterday.
Might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zugo policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Are those arms even natural?
Regenerate! It's over! Here I come! Eagle Shot! You picked the wrong fight!
I'm just
Dragon Force! Chakra Slash!
Eat this!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Chakra Slash!
I'm just getting started.
Rising Weapon!
I'm on it.
You're mine!
Holy snap! I'm gone. Swallow there.
Losing and snaring to me.
Yeah.
It's almost as strong.
Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest! Rising Weapon!
Eat this.
Lion's Howl!
Not a chance!
Time to chop. I'm on it.
I'm gone!
Shield!
Try hard, my turn!
Begin. Take this.
Chakra Slash!
Talon Hurricane. Eagle Ray. Rip and tear.
Hurricane Thrust!
I can carve through armor.
Void Blast!
Thankful
Make it break! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Shine! Not a
Radiant
chance!
light. Boost of regeneration.
Dragon
Shout.
Hurricane Thrust! Strike!
Make it break!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. There's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
Okay.
Why?
Ugh. Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going.
I think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
You're mine! Shockwave strike! I owe you one.
Talon Storm!
It's over!
If they rush you, okay?
This one's mine!
Hurricane thrust!
This one's
No
mine!
escape! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield carved through. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Rising Wyvern! Strike!
I'm ready!
Hurricane thrust!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Not a chance!
I'm on a roll now! Look sharp!
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern! Hurricane thrust!
Make
I'm
it
knocked
rain!
them off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Don't get complacent.
Is that the Zugul we're looking for?
It'll be a breeze.
Rising
Get in,
Wyvern!
get out.
Love this!
Look sharp.
Take this! Shockwave strike!
That radiant light.
Demon Fang!
I shall seal you where you stand. Don't
Take
suffer in
this!
silence.
Going in.
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
This one's all mine!
Don't suffer in
Tiger
silence.
Blade. Lion Power.
Take this.
That freaking does it.
You're mine! Shockwave strike! Crush! No escape! Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight!
Time to shout. Eat this.
Shockwave strike!
I'm ready. Go, Halim.
All yours, Kisara.
Not a chance!
Benediction light.
I'm on it!
Lion
Here I
Power.
come!
I'm just getting started. Tiger
Here you go.
Blade. Come on, make it rain.
All yours, Kisara.
I've been doing really great lately.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Ha! Reel it in. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
Ha! Oh! I did it! But I'm not gonna quit now.
You tamed a real beast.
Where should I cast my line?
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. Hup. All right. You gotta know when to quit. Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menencia pride.
You're mine! Try harder! My turn!
Watch it!
Take this!
Look sharp!
Try
I'll take out the leg with my shield.
Rising Wyvern! No escape! Void
I'll
Blast!
stop its charge!
Hurricane!
Thanks, Kisara.
Look sharp!
Time to let it rip! You're
Piercing
mine!
roar!
Sharp Blast! Take this! Strike! Strike! Hurricane Thrust! Rising Falcon! Strike!
I'll finish you here and now!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Going in!
Eat this!
That's better!
I'm gone!
Try harder! Shockwave Blast! Be still! It's on!
I'm ready!
Hurricane Thrust!
Take this!
My turn! Try hard! My turn!
Here!
Shockwave Blast! Rising Wyvern!
Imbue this
This one's mine!
Here I come!
Resuscitation!
Lightning Meteor! Idrian Charge!
Here I come!
Talon
You picked the wrong fight!
Do it!
Regenerate! All yours, Kisara!
Now! Shockwave Blast!
I'll
Rising Wyvern!
Time to shine!
Anything in order
Make
to
it
prove
rain!
the deity!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone's still in one piece?
Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
An opponent like this should be easy.
March on!
This one's mine!
Dazzle!
Swallow dare! What's this?
Switch to offense! Talon Storm! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malicer!
No escape!
Glacial Fire!
Watch it!
You're mine!
Easy and snelling for me. Yeah!
Shockwave
Tiger
Blast!
Blade!
Take this!
Watch
it!
In an instant! Impact Block!
Shine!
Now!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Shockwave Blast!
Regenerate! That's
Here I come!
Crescent Moon!
Tiger
Blade!
I'm ready!
Howl!
Come on! Roll now!
In an instant! Impact Block!
There's always room for improvement.
What's this thing?
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
Thistleim was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renin lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renin. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almadria was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renin. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almadria was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almadria. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
This shall suffice. Please, everyone, have as much as you like.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Whoa! Get a look at this view!
Don't get so drawn into it you fall over now.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! How about this? To me!
Swallow Tiger Blade! First round and pound!
No further!
Eat this!
This one's mine!
I'll face you.
I'm ready!
Laser Tiger!
Totally! In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength. I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
On guard! That's enough!
Igneous Swallow
Dance! That's destruction! Elusive
Piercing
pile driver!
First strike!
How about now I'm in the groove! That's enough! Super swallow dance!
Rising Viper!
Eagle assault!
Stardust!
I'll run you
Not
through!
today!
I'll finish you here and now!
Glacial Fire!
Super swallow dance!
Rising Viper!
Throbbing
An
in pain.
outstanding defense.
First strike! Elusive deity! Eagle blade! Swallow dance! Another one down!
Going in!
Swallow dance! Regenerate! Eagle assault!
Rising Viper!
Force!
Make it rain! Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Don't get complacent.
Let's see what you've got.
First strike!
Lion
Down! Swallow dance!
Rising Wyvern! Stardust!
You made me
Melee, you
angry.
stuck.
That was a bad idea. I'm on it! I'm gone! Sword!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
First strike!
Radiant
Power sword!
of regeneration! Regenerate!
That's fun. Almost! You're on a roll now!
Suffer in silence.
I'm on it! Swallow dance! Here! I'm on it! Talon sword!
Being interrupted.
Swallow dance! I'm just getting started! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Out of the woods, it seems.
You're wide open! I'm gone! I'm on it! Deity! How anti-climactic! Eat this!
Benediction light.
This one's mine!
I'm on Demon Fang!
I'm just getting started!
Demon Fang! Double
Swallow
Demon Fang!
dance!
This one's mine!
Begin! Eat this!
The tempest engulfs you.
Super swallow dance! Eagle dive! I'm howling! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone's still in one piece?
Do my best!
In a bind?
How about this?
I'm on Sword Rain out! Come and get it! Tempest! Sword! Catapult!
Plenty left!
Time to let it rip! Double Demon Fang!
Swallow dance! I'm on a roll now!
Destruction!
Going in!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regis!
It's in your hands now.
Eternal devastation!
Eat this!
Hold on!
Not my
Dragon
time!
Swarm! Pierce through! Sword Rain Alpha! Strike! We did it! My turn! Demon Fang!
Swallow dance!
Dragon Swarm!
Deity!
Pierce
Hitting
through!
Cloud Timer!
You're mine! Tear!
Anything in order
Rising Falcon!
Make it break! Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! That'll teach us for getting cocky.
Gotta break through!
I'm gone! What you doing? Almost! You're wide open!
Rising Falcon!
Glimmer Dragon!
Pierce through! Lunar Rondo!
Eat this! Swallow dance! Eagle dive!
Someone keeps charging
Now
us!
I'm
That's what my shield's
Demon
for!
Fang!
Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
I'll finish you here and now!
Reflect on light.
Eagle assault! Black and flame! Eat this! Swallow
Make it
dance!
rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! You're wide open!
This one's mine!
Rising Freaking does it! Eat this!
Rising Falcon!
Execution! I'm
Rising Wyvern!
ready!
In an instant!
Impact block! You're wide open! I'm on
Going in! Make it rain! Don't leave!
Hey! Blow them away!
I've been doing really great. Lately.
Discourteous, huh?
First strike! Almost! Too slow!
Going in.
I'll finish you here and now!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Don't suffer in silence.
Almost! I'll finish you here and now!
Allow me to help you.
Swallow dance! Eagle assault! Shouldn't have messed with me! First strike! Talent storm!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop
Eagle
it.
dive! First strike! Talent storm! Almost! You're wide open! Swallow dance! Take Bolero! Double demon fang!
This one.
Could have been worse.
No backing down!
Lion! I really owe you.
Eat this! Slice! Sonic thrust! Everlasting! Short lane alpha!
Negative gain.
Eat this! Slice! Come and get it! Come on! Too slow! Now I'm in the groove! I'm on it! Swallow dance! Tiger blade! Rip and tear! I'm on a roll now! Slice! Eat this! Destruction! Talent storm! Make it rain!
Double dolly! In an instant!
Impact block!
Benediction.
Faster!
This one's mine.
Tiger blade!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Eat this! Off my demon blast!
Benediction light.
Blow away! Burn! I'm on it!
Igneous gift token!
Make it rain!
Coming hard up!
You're done! Can you take it? Talent storm!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
strength! March on!
I felt fine not too long ago.
Here I come! I'm not done!
How about in a bind?
First strike! I'm not done!
Talon Storm! Crescent Slash! Steel!
Still holding you up. Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Look shot!
You're on! Look shot! Come on!
Almost! I'm just getting started! Swallow Dick! Death Blossom!
Not today!
I'm ready! Go lead! Hey! Blow them away! Too slow!
Flaming meteor!
Rip and tear!
Demon
I'm
Power!
ready! Alpha! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! So, that didn't go as planned.
We must consider well if this is the right path.
I'll do my best! I don't have much left!
You're wide open! Super Swallow Dance! Watch this!
Take this!
You're mine! Eat this!
Going in!
Talon Storm! I've let you all down.
Stay away from my friend! I'm not done! Shockwave Flash!
Hands off!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Imbue this vanquished soul with love.
Sword Rain Alpha! This one's all mine!
Almost! You're wide open!
Be still! Rising Falcon!
Eat this! Steel! Time to shine! I'm just getting started! Begin! Ready and rare it! Come and get it!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Almost!
Tiger Blade! Lion Towel!
Time to shine!
Tonight!
Now! I'm ready! Alpha! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I can feel my power growing! Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll trust your judgment, Kisara.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Well, yeah, but still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I find the sounds of the night to be rather comforting.
This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense, though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana, then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Night, everyone! Another day, another Gald.
Let's see what you've got.
First strike! That's enough! Liar Hollow Blade! Double Demon Fang! Alex Storm! Blaze of Fire! Steel! Here I go! First strike!
You should have messed with me!
I'm on it! Devastation! I'm on it!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Swallow dead! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! You're all finished, you hear it now! Heal! Double demon fang! First strike! Crush! Talon hurricane! Thankful arrow! Bloody howling! In an instant! Impact blow! You're wide open! First strike!
Appreciate the help.
Look
sharp!
Eat that! Elusive deity! First strike! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! Dragon swarm! Finish it!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Looks like we got them all. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Almost! You're wide open! Eat this! Watch this! Rending you apart! Be still!
Glacial fire! Steel! Igneous! Ground and I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Faster! Thankful arrow! I'm on it!
Go!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Seriously? Is this a joke?
They've won! Talon Storm!
Tiger Blade!
Shine! Radiant light! Pulse of regeneration! I suffer in silence. No escape! Hold nothing back! I owe you one. First strike! Steel! Eternal devastation! Radiant light! Destruction! Eternal devastation! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Begin! Eternal devastation! Eat this! Tempest! Eat this! Steel! Talon Storm! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! I'm on it! I'll finish you here and now! Armor won't save you! They smite with black and gray! Talon Storm! Lost my focus! Execution! Rending you apart! Eat this! Talon Storm! Swallow dead! I'll finish you here and now! Rising light! Rip and tear! I really owe you one. That's enough! I'm just getting started! Tempest! Rising counter! Glacial fire! First strike! Rising wyvern! Going in! What is this? Hey, you okay? I can still do this!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Let me free you of finish you here and now! Dispatch strike! Step back! This one's all law!
Courteous, aren't you?
Look sharp! Ready and Tiger Blade! I'm on it! Talon Storm! They smite! Steel! Almost! Too slow!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Talon Hurricane! Eat this! I'm just getting started! Glimmer Dragon!
And more that's an all burn out.
That's it now! Eat this! I'm ready! Take! Blow them away! Bastard! From the evil side! Eat this! Rending you apart! Lightning Storm! I'm on it! I'm ready!
In an instant!
Impact Block!
Shine!
You're wide open!
Boost of
Talon
regeneration!
Storm!
Severing Wing!
Regenerate!
Devastation! Rising Falcon!
I owe you
Lunar
a
Rondo!
dragon!
Soaring Death Spear!
Triumph Storm! Shouldn't have messed with me!
This one's
all mine!
All yours, Kisara.
I feel sprightlier than before.
There! No backing down!
No further!
This one's mine!
Blade!
Eat this!
Rising Wyvern!
Feel!
Elusive Deity!
This one's
Eagle
mine!
Ray!
Pierce through! Rising Wyvern!
Blades don't touch!
You're done! All finish you here and now!
Leave the ensnared to me.
Yeah! And pummel it to me! Now I'm in the groove!
Make it rain!
In an instant!
Impact Block! Too slow! Slide time to shine! Bringing you a bloody holiday! All good things come to an end. All in order.
Tiger Blade! I don't have much left!
Talon Storm! I'm on a roll now!
Finish this!
First strike! Glimmer Dragon! ToA! Hey! Blow them away!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
No backing down!
Not today!
I don't have much left!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Their arts were interrupted!
Talon
Spear!
Almost! Too slow!
Here's your
this!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Talon Storm! Demon Knight! Swallow Dance! Now I'm in the groove! Now you see what I can do!
I'm ready!
Alchemy!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Reflect on my
Faster!
sins. They
Eat
smite
this!
This one's mine!
Faster!
My reach is even wider.
Eat this! Swallow Dance!
Take this!
Death Blossom!
Hurricane Thrust! Finish it! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! Faster!
Take this!
Talon Hurricane! First strike! I'll end you!
Round and pound!
First strike! First strike!
Rising Wyvern!
Make it rain!
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that. First strike! Talon Storm!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
I've used too much.
Tiger Blade! Talon Storm! That frickin' does it! First strike! Come and get it!
You're mine!
Too slow! Look sharp!
Blow away!
Eat this! Watch this! You're done! Talon Hurricane! Make Bolero!
Make it rain!
left on thy
Next shot!
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Lightning thrust! Swallow dance! Rising Falcon! Execute tear!
I lack the energy for healing arts.
No
Grant
choice!
me the strength
I'm
to
on it.
march on.
Look sharp! I don't have much left!
Almost! Talon Storm! Slash! I'm on it! Swallow blade! Start! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Shield and rain!
Begin! Take this!
Does it hurt?
This one's mine!
You're wide open! I'm on a roll now! Sword Ring Alpha! Swallow Dance! Rending you apart! Bloody Howling! I'm on it!
Going in!
Super Swallow Dance!
Down! You're on!
Fists have got your name on them!
Igneous discharge!
I'm
Round and round!
I'm ready! Sword! Devastation! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Too slow!
Look sharp!
Round
and pound!
Talon Storm! Finish it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Do you think we'll be okay to keep going?
I make no guarantees.
Can finally take a breather. I'll see you again tomorrow. Well, off we go. you guys checked? Your equipment lately?
Gone! Eat this! Ground and go! Watch it! You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Rising
Rending you apart.
Bloody
I'm just getting started.
Rising Wyvern!
Negative gauge! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you!
Swallow dance! I'm just getting
Tiger
started!
Blade! Ryan Howl!
That freaking does it!
Glacial Fire!
First strike!
Sword Rain out!
Begin!
Rain out!
Get charged!
Rotating pile driver! Steel! Elusive deity!
Swallow Blade!
Eat this!
No dawn shall break this night!
I'll finish you here and now!
I'm ready!
Yohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
You're wide open!
Dragon
I'm on!
Storm!
I'll finish you here and now! Eagle time! I'm on! Talon Sword!
Make it rain!
Deity! Super Swallow Dance!
All yours, Kisara. Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
No choice!
First strike!
Going in!
You're mine!
Elusive deity! Watch it! Talon Sword!
Rising
Eat
Wyvern!
this!
Soaring
Talon
Right Spear!
Hurricane! First strike! Watch this!
Rising Wyvern!
Glimmer Dragon! That's
I'll
enough!
stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Tiger Blade!
Eat this! Steel! All good things come to an end. I'm on! Execution! Talon Storm! That freaking does it! Shot it! Eat this! Talon Storm! Tiger Blade! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! So that didn't go as planned.
We must consider well if this is the right path.
That's far enough!
Eat this!
Double Demon Fang!
You're wide
Demon
open!
Fang!
Talon Storm! Demon Lash!
Double Demon Fang!
Eagle Ray!
Round and
Demon
round!
Fang!
No
Double
dawn
Demon
shall
Fang!
break this night! Talon Storm! That freaking does it! Coming into everlasting
Double Demon
darkness!
Fang!
Negative gate! Reflect on thy
Demon Fang!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Double Demon Fang!
Swallow Dance! I'm on a roll now! Almost too slow!
No dawn shall
break this night! I'll finish you here and now!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll end you! Thankful Arrow! Demon Lash!
Demon
Eagle
Fang!
Ray!
Double Finish it!
Super
In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Let's refrain from losing. Let's see what you've got.
Eat this!
Double Demon Fang!
You're really done for. Eat this! Watch it!
Demon Fang!
That freaking does it!
Double Demon Fang!
Eagle Ray! Talon Storm! Not my finest.
Demon Fang! Stay away from my friend! Double Demon Fang!
Execution!
Double Demon Fang! Demon Not done yet! Double demon fang! No dawn can break this night! Double demon fang!
Flaming meteor!
Might with blackened blade! Demon fang! Execution! Rending you apart! First strike! Bloody Howling Storm! Demon fang! Shattering the pieces! Attack time! No dawn shall break this night! You're wide open! Demon fang! On a roll now! First strike! Finish it! Super Swallow Dance! Double Demon Swallow Dance! Eagle Ray! Can't end here! I
Couldn't make it in time.
From beyond, imbue this vengeance soul with life! Resuscitation! First strike! I owe you one. Double Demon! That'll teach us for getting cocky.